advanced ghosting effect for music videos. I've seen this effect a lot recently. A lot of more people are doing it. I've seen it about a year ago. All the Seattle directors were doing it. Now I guess everyone else is doing it. You're going to need Sapphire plugins for this, but you can also do something similar to it without Sapphire, and I'll show you how to do it in the video. No Vegas today because I don't want to mask in Vegas, so if you guys really complain in the comments, I guess I'll do it, but it's pretty much the same thing. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Peace out later. This is our clip we're going to be working with today. It's not from his music video that got deleted. So yeah. So what I like to do is when I'm in Premiere, I just like to copy the clip I'm going to change in After Effects, which is what we're going to do. So I'm going to hold Alt and drag this up. I'm just going to select the top clip, right click, and replace with After Effects composition. That'll open up After Effects, and then once you go here, you'll have a new composition with your clip in. What I like to do first is I like to copy this clip. So I'm going to highlight our layer right here at the bottom left, press Ctrl D, and that'll copy the clip. Now, what I'm going to show you is going to change your life because everyone's been doing it. So it's going to step up your masking super well. So you want to go to this top toolbar right here and click on Roto Brush tool. Make sure you're at the first frame of your sequence, and then you're just going to want to paint inside, pause your person. So once you do that, you're going to want to go one frame, and then you're going to want to just do some adjustments. Now for some tips I like to do, go 4 frames and then just make minor adjustments, so that's fine. So I don't really have to make adjustments here. I can do that later if something's really off. I'll go 4 frames again, and then you're going to want to do this for your whole entire clip. So I'm probably going to speed this up, but if I don't, then you can watch me. Once you've rotor brushed your entire clip, you should see a purple outline around your subject, and if not, you can mute the bottom layer and it should just be your subject throughout the whole video. And it's very choppy right here, but for tutorial's sake, we're going to keep it like that. And now I'm going to feather the top clip, so like select your top clip, and I like to do just like a 12 feather on my rotor brushes. So now let's get into the effect. So the way I like to do it, and everyone else does it, they use Sapphire plugins. Now, if you don't have Sapphire plugins, it's not a big deal. You can do something similar to it. It's just not going to look the exact same. So to get into it, first thing we want to do is highlight our top clip, press Ctrl D again, and it'll duplicate the clip. Now we should have 2 rotor brushes. Go to Effects and Presets and look up Trails if you have Sapphire. So we'll do S_trails, and then we'll just bring that down to the middle clip. Now if you look at our subject, and bring this down. If we look at our clip, we are getting slightly a bit, or we're getting the effect that we wanted somewhat, but it's still kind of jagged and edgy, so we're just going to change that a little bit. I like to change this from Combine New, from Av to Max, and this usually works most of the time way better, and that's more of the effect we want. Now play around with these settings because each video is different, and you'll get a different effect, and sometimes some settings just work better than others. So like this one is working really good. Now you can change this. So let's say you change this to 1, it'll be super white because it's, but they'll last longer. Do you see that? It's kind of like Travis Scott sicko mode effect, something like that. But since it's a ghosting effect, we're going to change that back to 0.8. So you usually want to stay below 1. After 1, you get super, crazy. But like I said before, if you don't have Sapphire, you can use the effect called Echo, and it works okay for the effect. But as you can see right here, we're getting some sort of it. As we did before, right here where it says add, just click maximum. And we can change this to a little bit later, but not that late. So do that. From the number of echoes, we can bring this up. And this is super hard on your CPU most of the time. But once you do that, you'll get Travis Scott effect like that. and that's a little bit too much, so I'm going to change that to 12, maybe 2. Here, let me reset this. So I'm going to change this to 3. So if we look at it, it'll be something like that. And we can change around the minimum so it'll look more ghosty. And you can also just bring down the opacity on the second clip to make it more of a ghost feel. So if I bring this up a little bit, it should be more the way we wanted. Yeah. And that's basically it for this tutorial. Thanks guys. More tutorials coming soon. Sorry no Vegas part today. I just didn't want to have the mask it in Vegas and do all that. Just it's the same way, just have to mask it. Alright, peace out later.